The sound of crickets chirping is synonymous with silence, but for many crickets, silence is hard to come by. And now, Morris Animal Foundation funded researchers at the University of Denver are asking if that's a problem.
We know a lot about how noise impacts human health and reproduction, right? Impacting their ability to hear, their ability to sleep. We don't know a ton about how that noise, though, impacts our sort of organisms that live commensally with us.
Dr. Tingatella's team is studying crickets as a model for invertebrates everywhere to learn if human-generated noise, like from traffic, has consequences on their health and reproduction. More than 83% of land in the continental US alone is close enough to be exposed to noticeable vehicular noise. And if it's harming invertebrates, it will impact the wildlife that rely on them as a food source.
If we're causing big problems to invertebrate populations by exposing them to anthropogenic noise, that's actually going to cascade up and affect tons and tons and tons of other organisms.
For the study, her team is raising 400 crickets in 4 different incubators in a lab. 3 of those incubators have speakers broadcasting recorded traffic noise at either 50, 60, or 70 decibels. All volumes the crickets would normally hear in their urban and suburban environments. The 4th incubator is silent. When the crickets reach adulthood, the team tests their immune systems by simulating parasite attacks. This is done by placing harmless pieces of filament or fishing line into the plates on their backs. 24 hours later, team members remove the filament and measure how well the crickets' hemocytes, or invertebrate immune system cells, encapsulated them, essentially trying to asphyxiate them as foreign bodies. You can see an example here. The darker the filament, the stronger the immune system, and the healthier the cricket. Then the crickets are randomly reassigned to different incubators to mimic how they would naturally leave an environment when they get older, allowing the team to see if the change in noise level makes any difference on their health later in life.
Do you actually sort of recover from that early exposure to noise, or is that early exposure something that's going to cause you problems for the rest of your life, regardless of what you're experiencing as an adult?
The team also tests the cricket's reproductive health by looking at the male's sperm packets, imaging them to count the proportion of live sperm versus dead. While it may seem like there are plenty of insects to go around in the world, Tingatella cautions we're actually at a delicate ecosystem balance situation. So it's imperative to know if our noise today will result in their silence tomorrow.